live Fuselogic TV, Sherwood Park. You're watching Alberta's first live stream entertainment show. We've got a great show for you guys tonight. We have Ryan Walraven from Raised Fist Productions and Patrick from Avenue Theatre. We're going to talk about the history, what Raised Fist Productions is, the Common Grounds Art Society, and their current projects. We're also going to watch a featured video of No Witness. At this point, I want to talk about Avenue Theatre. They've been around since like the early 1950s and was a movie theater, a skate park, and now in the 2008, they've just been reinventing themselves. So can you describe that history and the new direction Avenue Theatre is taking?
Sure. It used to be a movie theater back in like 1950s, as you said, and then Frank Bowen bought the building in 2005. And originally the plan was to try and make it a variety arts performance space. And he decided that the area of town, 118th, that's kind of underdeveloped area with some sort of poverty problems and prostitution on the street and stuff like that, and they felt that the area wasn't ready for that yet, so it turned into a skate park. Mm-hmm. And that brought people out to the community. And Johnny Jock, who's actually my boss, started doing music shows in the skate park. And then in 2008, they made the change and turned it into Avenue Theatre, what it is now with the big stage, and we got all the fancy lights and stuff like that set up. And the direction now is to turn Avenue into a multi-use art space for dance and theatre, and actually the goal now is to make it a school. From Sunday and Thursday, we're going to try and get dance lessons and music lessons and theatre lessons and stuff like that. And then on the weekends, we'll do music shows, like we have been doing in the past, and probably a combination of metal and heavy stuff with Ryan here. And then I like to do like folk rock, sort of my main focus. So we're going to try and help the music scene in that way.
That is like so awesome, and I just wanted to say how extraordinary it is, the Avenue crew. Like, it's really a crew of you, it's a group of very great, committed people, and there's so much effort and commitments into bringing this eclectic and diverse entertainment and into a unique district of Edmonton, as you said. And so in the past year, there has been an agenda to revitalize 118th Street. Just maybe you can elaborate a little bit more about those dynamics and what your position and the rest of Avenue Theatre's position is on those.
Sure. It actually was about 7 years ago, this group called Arts on the Ave moved into 118th, and they joined up with a political group trying to revitalize the area sort of on an infrastructure and just like the streets and stuff like that. Then an arts group called Arts on the Ave came in and sort of joined forces, and it was a combination of trying to fix the streets and bring arts to the community that was going to clean it up and bring artists and good people back out to the community. And Avenue is playing a key role in that because it's such a huge venue. You can fit 400 people in there. We rarely do that, but I think it has the potential, and there's just countless volunteers that are working to clean up Avenue and clean up 118th in general, just to make that place thrive with arts and music and basically culture, just sort of redefine Edmonton's culture in the 118th hub.
And in my opinion, that's exactly what an area like that needs, just
Absolutely,
the arts, the beauty brought into it, and the soul that your Avenue Theatre and Raised Fist and everybody else is bringing to it. And that's exactly where you guys come in with all the different directional. You guys got all sorts of artists, all sorts of production companies. Ryan, you're one of them, so can you explain a little bit how you guys came to start working with Avenue Theatre and what the relationship in Avenue Theatre really is?
Yeah, totally. Like, I was actually originally in a band called Vivisect, and we had played like multiple shows at Avenue Theatre, and out of all the venues that we'd played with, that was like my favorite. From that, I just kind of saw like a little bit of a flaw in the music scene with like promotion and just like straight up dedication. And there was no one that seemed to really push the music, right? So I decided, well, why not make a productions company myself and start managing my band and put it on shows for ourselves. And that led into Raised Fist Productions. And after doing multiple shows with like multiple venues, I just felt at home with Avenue Theatre. The guys there are remarkable. Like everyone there, they care, and they're not just here to put on a show at my venue and then get out of here, right? Like when we walk in, everyone gives each other hugs, and it's like a family.
And it is, like, just the last few visits that I've gone to see some of the shows that you guys have done and been there myself, it's always welcoming. It's always a lot of fun. There's always, you know, just a really nice atmosphere and welcoming feeling that you get. And anyone watching tonight, if you guys see that just come and feel it. Ryan, you come from a small fur trading town in Alberta with a population of maybe 1,884 people, and you went to school with maybe like grade 12 grads, and now Raise Fist all of a sudden has 1,900 fans on Facebook. How does that feel, and what kind of...
It's actually a little bit surreal sometimes, like, but I don't know, I'd say proud. I came from a small town. I never knew anything about the music scene. I never really knew anyone in it, and I just kept pushing until I was a part of it. And I think that's what people realize, and that's why we have those fans, is because we do what we love, and we aren't stopping.
And I think that's perfectly with everything you guys have said. We've got a clip from No Witness that was taken at Avenue Theatre, one of the productions that Raise Fist put together. Yeah. So, Ryan, anything that you guys can say about No Witness?
Me personally, I think they're a great bunch of guys, and their music is outstanding. I mean, they're a three-piece, and it's usually pretty hard to find a three-piece that has that full stage presence, sound, and everything like that, and that's something No Witness definitely delivers on every level. On top of that, they're great guys.
Yeah, well, Chris and Scott and Dave are awesome guys. So you guys, everyone out there, check this video clip out. No Witness. Evan.
Communicates everything within people. You don't even have to understand the languages, and you can still love it. They can still touch you in so many different ways. That's what music means to me.
I think for me, it's the natural language that bonds mankind. You go to the deepest forests and rainforests, they're playing music. You go to any small town, and they're playing music. It doesn't matter what kind. It just brings people together and gets you moving. He's a walking treble clef.
I guess it's just another way to express yourself, how you feel, you know. You're angry at the world, you can write it in a song. If you're in love with what's going on in your life, you express it through your instruments. I'm a true believer that you get out what you put in, and we put in everything we have, and, you know, that's what gets us off, you know, and that's why we're doing this. It's the most fun you can have in the entire world. I concur.
We all get together. We don't really have a routine, but we warm up just by jamming, and we'll get a beat from Dave, or just, you know, a boom boom from Scotty, or I'll come up with a riff and we just roll with it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, feel each other out, what kind of mood we're in. We write a lot of our songs out of it. Yeah. Just out of a jam, just out of a feeling, and a riff, it all starts with a note. And that's basically it. Like we just feel each other. We're very close musically. We understand how we play and how we roll together and what we like to hear. And usually crap doesn't come out. So usually. Yeah.
Usually, every now and then.
Good energy. Every now and then.
Vibrating off you guys.
Everyone's got a positive attitude every time we come to work, you know, it's like, hey, this is why we're here, and this is what we're doing, and everyone's got good ideas constantly flowing, and, you know,
we're all best friends too, which helps. Like, it's not just a working relationship, we hang out, we love each other like brothers. Oh yeah, music is icing on the cake. Go-getter, the hard worker. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff.
this is the daddy of the band. He's the old man. He's our first. You can see some grace and these salt and peppers.
Distinguished. I am like father figure. James the young one, he keeps us young, and fresh. We know our roles. Live by him, like it's a good balance.
Oh yeah, and the smiles are going around crazy all the time, right?
Is always welcome. The weightless are in the ground.
Vibrates with energy. How does it feel for you on the stage?
That's a hard one. I guess the only word that comes to mind is like euphoria. It's the ultimate high for me. I mean, if it was just, for fun, we'd stay in Dave's basement all week and we wouldn't come out here, but we want to share what we create with the rest of the world, and it's kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a form of expression, but there is no better drug, you know?
There's times we're on stage and it feels like it's just the three of us. And I guess for whoever's watching, maybe it's kind of canon. We have these moments where we play for each other. And then we have the moments where it's all for you, right? And as that flow goes through our set, it's back and forth. And I think it makes us unique in that way that we can have these moments where, you know, like, we're always looking at each other, smiling, or like, we hit that sweet note. We just know, right?
Just kind of pushes it out, you know.
And other times it's like strike a pose and it's all for you. Right?
Yeah.
It's almost like the one single entity. We're in the same mind, you know.
We leave everything on stage, you know. We pour everything we have into our performance. So we want to leave you guys with something to remember us by. Be like, hey, that was a really great show. What was that thing? Oh yeah, No Witness. They rock.
Something that we'll remember at the show too. So try and put as much fun
Always
as we
good to
can.
have a little memory for every day.
And have as much fun as possible, you know? We take it seriously, but not too seriously.
Alright, so on that note, what's one of your guys' most memorable moments performing at any given time?
I would have to say our first show with this guy.
I was gonna say, that was probably the biggest moment.
It was great. Starlight.
Starlight Room, yeah. First gig, really professional gig that people paid tickets for to come and see, and it was just like, you know, it's like, all right, this is actually happening. We're in
Scott
the
broke
band.
his cherry, and it was just.
It was
my stage cherry.
It was pretty special how well we felt. I mean, there's always gonna be shows where you come out and you're like, that was pretty good. After Scott's first show, we knew. I mean, you joined the band this summer.
August,
Yeah, about 4 months ago, 5 months ago. And we just knew after that show that something special happened. And then if we carry on, we're doing the right thing, right? So
yeah,
pretty cool
that
for all of us.
energy just connected, and
pretty much.
that's great.
That kind of sealed it up, you know. It's like you don't officially feel like you're in the band until you get to share the stage with everyone, and then it's like, you know, to be on that, to have people come and watch and share that with you, it's really special. It is. It's the pinnacle, I guess. It's the starting point, you know. Even though I've just joined, I kind of feel like I've been in the band before I was even in it, right? So,
It's a brotherhood.
since our first jam, I guess.
Wait, you guys heard it. OnBeat, No Witness, check it out. Any last notes for any of your fans out there?
We are No Witness. Check us out on Facebook.
We go up to 11.
Yeah. It's not on your dial, but we know it's there.
Support local music, not just us, but
Everyone
local music is a big part of Edmonton. There's a lot of talent in this city that is being tapped right now, and every time you pay $5 to see a local show, you're making somebody's dream come true. Right? All the people that came out tonight, they make it for us every time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Edmonton. Thank you.
No Witness, OnBeat. Check you next time. Word. OnBeat live at Fuse Logic TV. I'm Contessa, and welcome back. We have just finished seeing the No Witness video, their original song, Dirty Suds. And that's awesome. It was an awesome video. Just for everybody out there, live chat, any questions, any comments, send them in, bottom of your screen. Tonight we have been talking with Patrick and Ryan from Raised Fists and from Avenue Theatre. We've talked about history. We talked about what Raised Fists is. So now let's get a little bit more into what Common Ground Art Society is. Patrick, explain to us what that is and what to expect when you go to a show.
Common Ground is a thing I started up with some buddies of mine from high school after coming back from theatre school in Montreal. And what Common Ground is an organization that's dedicated to emerging artists. So the group that just got out of high school that isn't quite ready to make the jump into a professional career yet, but they're looking to try and book their first show or get some of their artwork up on a wall or maybe perform a dance piece that they've been working on, something like that. And we find these people and we put them into a variety show called the Edmonton Show. And what the Edmonton Show does is it brings all the art forms together into one performance, and it usually ends up being about a 5-hour night from start to finish, from like when doors open at 7:30 and end at 11:30. And an Edmonton Show will usually feature dance and then a short film made from local filmmakers, and then some short segment from a theater play or maybe just a 10-minute play, monologues. Like I said, dance already. I try to find a couple soloists every time. And then 2 bands that play afterward. And the idea is that people will come out to see maybe their son or their daughter or their friend in an act and then get exposed to all the other different art forms over the course of the night and be amazed at how much talent there is in Edmonton. I've done 4 of them up to date now, and I'm constantly amazed at how many talented people
Actually, just on the screen right now, there's a dance piece from the last Edmonton Show 4 that was just finished this March, and it was choreographed by Stephanie Lilly. Beautiful piece, and Evan, if you can just keep playing that in the background, because I swear I love that piece. And as I was saying, March was just finished a show, and in June you're having a new show. So how do people get involved in your show? How do they perform or find out information, sponsor, buy tickets?
Yeah, well, for the most part, it's been a lot of word of mouth at this point. We do have a website. It's a little out of date. My friend Nick, who I started it with, taught himself how to web design when we first started this. And there's actually a register button on the website, and what that does is that the person can sign up online, and they tell us what discipline they're in, and they'll give us links to their MySpace page if they want us to check out their music or take photos of their artwork, and then that way we can get the artwork up in a new gallery. And we do 2 galleries. We do one at Wonder Bar on White Ave, and then we do one at Avenue Theatre. And we've done 7 of them now. We're about to do our 8th for the next Edmonton Show coming up in June. But yeah, for the most part, it's just signing up on the website, or I sometimes just find people. To be honest, yeah, Ryan and I were talking about this on the way over in the car, and it's like, how can we, as promoters, find artists? And there are some tools like MySpace is great, but I think for the most part, artists have to help us by finding us too. And I think that the arts community could really benefit if there were more ways for artists and promoters to communicate and venue managers to communicate, so that we can all work together to get people out of their living rooms and out to see live performance.
Yeah. Perfect. So you guys heard it. MySpace, emails. You'll see all of the information you need to contact Avenue Theatre and Common Ground on your bottom screen. You are also intending to raise funds for cancer coming up here soon. Can you tell us a bit more about that show, and just how did you decide to raise funds for cancer?
Actually, my older brother Thomas, was a victim of testicular cancer a couple of years ago, and he's doing this bike ride. It's called the Enbridge Ride to Conquer Cancer. And he approached me because he knew I was in the business of doing shows and thought that I could very easily do a fundraiser, and I thought, absolutely, why not? And he knows that I have the keys to Avenue, and so I told him that we would not have any expenses or charge him for the venue, and I've booked 3 bands to sort of play a night, and it's going to be a $10 admission at Avenue on April 29th. 3 of the best bands that I've seen in Edmonton. I'm just going to pitch this right now. We've got Scenic Route to Alaska, They're 3 young guys from Edmonton. They're about 20 years old. Amazing. It's kind of like a folk rock band. And then after that, we're going to have a group called Collective West, sort of featuring Alexander Chemist and Aaron Fott, who are 2 of the most amazing musicians in Edmonton, and I guarantee 98% of you in Edmonton have never even heard of them before. And after that, we're going to have Politic Live, and they are probably Edmonton's biggest reggae hip-hop band. And God, they put on a good show. So if you have anything to do on April 29th, come support us. Come support Common Ground. Come raise money for cancer. Come to Avenue Theatre. It's the ghetto, but you know what? It's a beautiful place, and there's a million people who are working hard to make that place something important in Edmonton.
And just FYI, everybody out there, the after-hour parties and everything they do, yeah, check it out. You guys will have fun. So, really, you guys, you think they do a lot now. Ryan, you have your own things going on, and one of those from Little Birdies has said that you are going to start a youth apprenticeship program, and that apprenticeship is, I think, 4 months, but tell us a little bit more about that program and what it looks like.
Okay, well, like what it is, like I got an idea, like, because it's kind of hard to like break into the music scene, right? Like, it's a little touchy-feely, like everybody has their certain people that they work with. And like I know there's a lot of younger kids coming out of high school that really want to get into the music scene in any possible way to make connections, to be in a band or anything. So I came up with this idea that we could start an apprenticeship program where, like, through all of my trials and tribulations, I can pass this on to a younger generation, and they can kind of just continue on doing what I am. And at the same time, building street teams so that we can get more events coming into Avenue Theatre and just more people in general supporting the music scene that goes so unnoticed.
So for all of our viewers, maybe some of them are interested, some of them aren't. What kind of a candidate are you looking for?
As long as you're positive, got a great attitude, you're not scared to talk to random people in the mall. Just overall love for music, and yeah, just say a great smile. That's pretty much all you need.
Okay, so our next clip, you guys think entertainment is glamorous, it's all fun, laughs. Ryan, you just put out a documentary called This Is Who We Are. Everybody can go on YouTube and watch it, but my favorite clip we're going to show right now, it's my Postering 101 from Ryan. So, Evan, anytime you're ready.
We have a standard pole here, octagonal. Got your standard poster, dollar store tape. Step one, placement of the poster. Step 2, pressing of the tape. Step 3, wrapping of the tape. Step 4, gawking at how beautiful it looks.
Okay, so I'm telling no, that is serious. So, like, I don't know how many hours I've spent postering, you've spent postering. You've probably postered, so thank you, and thank you guys for coming. We're almost finished here, so I just want to make sure I say thank you to everybody. Big thank you to No Witness, Avenue Theatre, your whole crew, everybody at Common Ground Art Society and what they're doing. Raise Fist and your 4 other people that work with you and the rest of your group. All of the performers of the March 4th show for the that was awesome. I had so much fun that night, you guys. And anyone that was watching, made any comments, thank you. The staff at Fuse Logic, Evan, I love you because all of these little things are from you. And the OnBeat team, there's a few of us too. I love you guys, my little girls, because they helped me totally get ready for this show. Deja, you're out there. You know you picked the shirt. And our sponsors. So this show was brought to you by Full House Marketing Events and Butterfly Transitions. Upcoming shows, you guys are going to like this. Anybody watching that knows who Brothers Grimm is or Red Nation? How about Alfie Zep Costa? Ooh, and my personal favorite, Anna Beaumont. So you guys keep watching. Tune in Tuesdays at 7:30. I'm Contessa, and you're on OnBeat.